Okay, welcome everybody. So wonderful to be together in community. This is lovely. So this is the first time I've done this, and I have no idea how it's going to go. We're just going to play. So as all of you know, Debistry, who's an incredible artist, has designed cards to go with the light codes, with all the codes that I've been channeling for the last year and will be continuing to channel for the next couple of years. And these light codes activate within us something that needs to come to life, to be revealed, to wake up as we're waking up to the higher states of who it is that we are. And our light body is turning on, right? Our light body's always been there. It's just revealing itself to us. And we're moving into higher states of consciousness through our willingness to choose to do so. And each code has and is encrypted and embedded with so much information and light. And there are certain codes that some of us may resonate with more or need more in our life to support us in our awakening process. So I've been working on channeling the information needed for every card. And I thought that this would be a fun way to support you in having some fun with the cards, and also to support me as well in really resonating and feeling what everybody needs as they tune into the cards and how they work with all of your energies. So I'm just going to give this a try tonight. If it's a success and we're all enjoying it, maybe it's something we can do more often. And the cards are different than the codes in some way because they're more personal to your personal life, where the codes are awakening things and clearing things on a personal level, but they're not necessarily telling you something. I want to remind you, and this is very, very important. So listen closely. All the answers that you need, you already have. They all lie within. There is nothing that I'm going to tell you that you don't know. And sometimes we just need confirmation or support or guidance. If we're doing this process and something doesn't resonate with you, really important to stand in your power, to be clear on what you take and what you don't take, what resonates with you and what doesn't, and that you are the master creator of your reality, and you get to choose your reality. And as you start to wake up to that, taking full responsibility for that on every level, you start to really tune into what is needed, and you're less likely to seek outside counsel. So I'm kind of like a bridge between the worlds of where you are, where you want to be, and I'm kind of holding you up, supporting you, guiding you, loving you, and giving you tools along the way. And then we're all going to reach the other side of the rainbow bridge together in the fifth dimension, and we're going to have a big party. So in the meantime, let's have some fun with the cards. And people can ask questions. And I never do this, so I'm hoping this is going to work. So I guess how we will proceed is, if you have something that you would like to ask the cards. I'm going to tune into your question, hold it close to my heart. Yep, raise your hand. And then I will pull 3 cards for you and tune into what those cards mean. And excuse me, I have something in my tooth, and we'll just go from there. Okay? All right, sounds like fun. So I will go in order as the hands are raised, and we will do as many of these as I can. Okay, so let me make sure people are going to be able to unmute themselves. Hold on. When you're finished with whatever comes up for you, please make sure that you mute yourself again. Otherwise, it's going to interfere with the next person. I would really appreciate you pay attention to that. And reminder that the creation code opens on the portal of 12323. You still have a week to register if you'd like to. And I think we're going to do a special with that, because after that will be the personal power code, standing in our power with Sekhmet. So I think it'll be like, if you do the creation code, you'll get the personal power half off. So we'll send an email out about that. And let's start with allowing participants to unmute, and Patty. So hello, Patty.
Hello.
Hello.
So I would love to get some clarity on how my interest and focus on developing my spiritual gifts will manifest into a career, life path, etc. And if there's any information to share on timing, because it feels slow to me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just ask the cards about Patty's connection with her gifts to show up. Okay. Into what they're going to develop into. Is that the question?
Yeah, how it will show up and how I'll use that.
I don't know how to make this thing work.
Okay, well, we got the heart flame. And so
I know I clicked on a link.
I'm sorry. What? If you are not, can you please mute yourself? Can anyone who's not Patty make sure you're muted? Thank you so much. Okay, so you got the heart flame. And I'm just wondering if there is something in your heart. Well, the other card that you got was the unity card. And the unity card is about gathering and bringing back parts of yourself that need to fully come into you in order to embody what is needed to embody, to bring to fruition what you want to bring to fruition. And the Earth Star is the other card that you got. And the Earth Star is grounding it and anchoring it in. So there's something, can you please make sure that you're muted? I'm just going to mute everybody, Patty, while I do this for you. Hold on. Okay. So the heart flame is showing up, and the energy that's here is actually Yeshua coming in, and it's to show you that there's something in the heart that needs to soften, a willingness for you to fully believe in yourself, that you already have all the answers within your heart, and that there's somebody in your life who is that you feel afraid to, that you, when you're in their presence, you almost feel like you're in their shadow. And because of that, you haven't really stepped completely into your power. And there's some things that you need to reclaim, to bring back, which is the unity card, into yourself before you can anchor in your gifts and share it with the world, because you're not fully ready to do it, because you haven't really owned it yet. So I don't know now if you want to unmute yourself and share with me if any of that is resonating with you. You can't unmute yourself. All right, I got you. Hold on. Okay, now you can.
Oh, good. Wow, that's it's profound. I just started, I'm doing all the earth, I'm doing the grateful code and now moving into creation code, but then I started with the earth star. So the fact that you pulled that makes me feel like, just my first reaction was timing. So as I go through the earth star, that'll help me kind of see these gifts and watch it happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And to ground them in.
And ground them in.
Yeah. But is there somebody that sometimes you feel like you're in their shadow?
That's so interesting. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple people I'm thinking of, so I'm gonna really give thought to that and see what comes up around that. So okay. Yeah. And I'm very connected to Yeshua. So that's beautiful.
Yeah. So Yeshua's card here, it says we surrender any protective shields from past hurts that we've had to fully embody our power. So anywhere where you've been hurt by another, where the heart may have shut down a bit, it's about surrendering and softening that so that you feel empowered to anchor in your gifts, to pull in energies that you haven't fully embodied yet, to reclaim everything and to bring it in, to be in your power and to move forward with conviction, clarity, knowing that you've got this, that you can do it, and anchoring it in. And so there's something in the heart that Yeshua is inviting you to heal and to really look at.
I wonder too, one thing I'm thinking is, I think I make myself small with my family because they are very strict Christians. And so this work that I'm doing doesn't align with them so much. I don't even know how aware they are of my path right now. And I wonder if that's connected to all that.
Yeah, that makes sense with the shadow. It's like you're hiding who you truly are. And if you're not fully able to reveal who you are, if your heart is protecting something because you don't want to be judged by them, then taking your gifts to the next level and sharing them, you're not standing in your authenticity. And so there's this fear that you're going to be judged by them. And I think the reason Yeshua is showing up is because Yeshua is connected with Christianity. And he's saying that with that, it's just about love. And for them to love you as you are and who you are, and for you to love yourself as you are and who you are, and to proceed by bringing in all of your energy and grounding it down and asking to be seen, not to be in the shadow or to be hiding your true self.
That's beautiful. Thank you. That really resonates. And I need to chomp on that a little bit, but it's right up my alley. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Okay, sweet. All right. Ra, hi. If you can unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm new to you. I signed up for your 23rd, so I'm really excited.
Yay. It's going to be amazing.
I listened with yours, the one on the relationships and how to sever the ties and imagine them. And oh my God, I cried, I laughed, and I'm just using that one video again and again just to follow what you're saying, and all your other videos. I've not watched them all. I just found you. But it's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for your service. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Could I leave my question pretty open? I'm a tarot reader, oracle reader. I've just had a challenging time channeling or connecting. I really spiraled in the past few months. I felt like as closer as I got to cleaning up diet, to no alcohol, no cigarettes in the past 3 months, I spiraled, went down a rabbit hole so deep with feeling again separated, alone, lonely. So I started having cigarettes and drinking. I could feel myself dying. And here I go again in the morning. I said, this is a new day. I'm starting it again. So I don't know, is it as closer you get to the light and light body, you're more attracted to the dark? I don't know what's going on around my energy field.
Okay. Well, the cards that came up and were the golden disc. And the golden disc is partly about entanglement, enmeshment, entangled in the ego is really rising up because you are ready to work with what they're showing is both the DNA code and the self-love code.
Mm.
And the DNA code is about going into ancestral energies that are carried through in the cellular and the DNA that want to begin to unwind and free themselves from old patterns so that you can reawaken into your light body. So it feels as though your ancestral lineage is rearing its head because it recognizes that you are ready to heal, to purify, to clear. And the ego, which is the entanglement, the enmeshed energy, is like, no, I want to stick with what I know. I want to do what's familiar to me. And so the other two cards that came up were self-love and creation. And so the self-love is, are you worthy enough to love yourself enough to do what you need to do to birth this new piece of who you are and to stick with it? So I think what's coming in is that there's this higher aspect of you. The I am presence is saying, okay, I'm ready to clear my body, to purify, to move into the light. But the old aspect that's connected to limiting beliefs that are tied to your ancestors and past lives are showing up, and the ego is attaching itself to that and entangling and enmeshing with it because it's familiar. And so in order to dissolve that, you could either go in and work with the DNA code, but also on your own do a lot of work around self-love and really looking in the mirror and dropping into complete acceptance of who you are now, and who you are now is enough. With accepting this, even the fact that you might be failing at what you're supposed to do to heal. To accept every part of yourself, to love every aspect, even that part that where the ego's coming up, to embrace all of it. And from that, then the creation will come in. And as we move into that code, then you can birth and bring to life something new. So it feels like it's all like in process, that you're in process. And it's not that it's anything dark that you're attracting or that's coming to you, as much as it's old patterns and beliefs and ancestral stuff and ego stuff that it wants to hold on to the old you because you're ready to make this big breakthrough. So the key to it is the self-love, gentle peace with yourself, permission to know that what you're doing, you're on the right path, and to continue to persevere and overcome through a willingness to say, I love myself enough to continue what I need to do to take care of my body. And when it comes up that I want to smoke or do something addictive or whatever, take some time and journal and ask your ancestors to come in. Like, what limiting belief are you still carrying from them that you can now return and give back? And the DNA code, if you're an IM member, go back into the DNA code, because that's one of the most powerful key codes I've done so far. And you can go into every single organ in that light code and you can go, we spiral into the DNA, and the DNA unwinds, and then we use the torus field to open it up, and the torus field expands, and then there's this huge release of everything, and then Master Hilarion and Raphael come in and do hands-on healing.
Is that, can I just purchase that, or what
Yeah,
is
you can just buy it separately if you want. Yeah,
called DNA code?
it's called the DNA key code, and it's so far, I think, for the most profound one in terms of physical healing and getting over addictions and like clearing ancestral stuff. Yeah. So
Amazing. Yeah.
yeah, does that resonate with you?
So this morning I woke up with DNA clearing activation, and I had done, so the creativity is finishing my book, and it's funny that you use the word bridge, because I've always said I'm a bridge, I help people, but I have to go through my own rabbit holes in order to be more of a vessel of understanding and compassion and empathy for others without judgment. And then I just had my Akashic records done, and the gentleman said, before you wake up, he goes, before you wake up out of bed, because you're a Pleiadian and Syrian, he goes, you got to do self-love. He's like, self-love is so key to you. So yes, everything that you are saying, and that entanglement, and I had written down something that I had wrote, and I had put, is my soul fragmented, negative behavior, darkness, and emotionally strong pain, when I was so close to lining with light body, light food. So all these things are coming up, and it's just, I'm trying not to judge it the best I can, and to bring those love to those parts of me that still feels stuck in a sense, or in old behavior. It's like everything in my home too is new you, new this, but there's that aspect of me, oh, it's this, and I don't want to take all the time. But it was this, there was this thought that said, I don't want to leave the old version of me behind, because she's been my warrior who has carried me. And
right.
I started crying, and I said, I don't want to see, telling you right now, I want to cry, because I say, she's the, excuse me, badass, she was the warrior, and she has carried me. I'm 55 for so long, and leaving her behind is just, it's painful.
Well, you don't have to leave her behind. She can come with you in a different aspect. You can befriend her and invite her to come with you forward in the warrior energy, to support you in healing, in loving yourself, right? You could bring in the Kali energy and love yourself vigorously with full energy and strength. You don't have to put her down. You just have to revisit the contract and the relationship and what it means, and invite her to stay with you, but to use that energy toward loving yourself instead of being at war with yourself.
Thank you. That makes so much sense. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right. Oh, I see a beautiful dog. And Jack, hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name
Hey.
is Jack, and this is Moon. And I got a son named Star.
Oh,
Star came before Moon. He's 3, and that's kind of, so my question revolves around energy. First of all, I'll just say angels are my thing, archangels. I've been able to see spirits and angels and fairies since I was a little kid. I actually still see fairies.
oh.
On the occasion, I will literally see little beings with little outfits and wings. Yeah, I really do. A ghost used to tuck me into bed when I was a kid. So I'm all about magic. Magic is my life. And so she loves me so much. So my question revolves around energy. It revolves around energy. And my energy, because of the fact that I have been so open to these realms for my whole life. I have noticed a darkness. You know, and I am a film major. I do make horror films. I do love Halloween. I am Spooky Boy Jack, to be exact, and just a horror collector. And I like spooky stuff. But I noticed that, and I'm on the light side too. But I don't do like any dark types of magic or anything. But I noticed that there's like this darkness now. A sort of darkness that has been kind of standing in my way. And I'm just wondering what that is. You know, it's probably maybe just self-limiting beliefs from, you know, a rough childhood, you know, but yeah, just, I guess my clear question would be, what do I really need to hear in regards to fathering my son, into regards to my superfood business and my life and how I show up? And I feel that there's barriers around my heart. I mean, I at the same time very open and very loving, but I do feel that it is like the wounds. Yeah, Kelly?
Oh, okay. So what the question is, well, you're saying you've got this darkness around you, and you're also saying you want to know how to parent your son, and you're also saying you want to know what you want to do with your
Right. So I guess I just an overall sort of, because I'm, you know, I'll kind of hear what the answers are for, I think, everything. If I just say like, what do I need to hear overall?
Okay, so a lot of stuff came up for you. So there's a lot going on. Yeah. So we got the lens of love,
Okay.
which is a willingness to really look at everything through that lens. So even if you're aligning with some energy that you might label as dark, to find the love within the darkness.
Yes, and I do actually feel that, because when I said that there's a darkness around me, I don't really feel that there is. That's kind of my question is there really a darkness around me, or is it just, yeah,
No,
that was my question.
It's how you're choosing to look at it.
Yeah.
It's the lens in which you see it in. And then Merlin is coming in.
Okay.
And Merlin's energy is about magic and transformation, obviously, but he's coming in a little bit stern with you. And he's like, you have so many tools, you have so much that you can do, you know how to do it, you can ascend into higher realms, and that sometimes you get caught in this cave, but you forget to open up the door. It's like you can sometimes get like put yourself in a cave like energy. Does that make any sense?
So much sense.
Okay, and that he wants you to come out into the light, and the card that came up after that is freedom, and that you're tied to some things where you feel you get stuck.
That's
And
right.
the stuckness about it is that if you can change the lens in which you're seeing things, that you can use this magic to free yourself, that you can transmute yourself into something more. And the other card that was coming up was the galactic card, and the galactic white horse is about tuning into galactic energies, almost like the Federation energy, like the councils that are in the galactic, but you're not able to reach them right now because you isolate, you put yourself in a cave, and you kind of sometimes go like inside too much, and they're asking you to expand more.
Wow.
The other card that's coming up is the plant medicine.
Oh, that makes sense.
And the plant medicine card is attuning to nature and to the medicines that come in the plants, and that's where they're asking you that's where your energy and focus should be.
Oh.
It is there. And that the last card that came up was the Keeper of Time. And that you haven't been utilizing your time right. Because you get in a cave, and to get out of the cave and use your time to do your plant medicine and see things with the lens of love, so that you can be free.
Ah, wow, that was perfection in every way. That was me. That was everything that I needed to know, and I already knew. Like you said, I have so many resources. I'm actually part of a beautiful community. I opened it up to your community because I'm actually I went to the Cali call, then I went to the last one you did. This is my
Uh-huh.
one. Okay, I'm part of a community with these superfoods, right? I work for Purium Farms. Okay, it's just a farm that's been around for 30 years, and we make these raw dehydrated superfoods, and I get to give people out these gift cards, and it's amazing. And I it's reversing people's cancer, and that's the plant medicine you're talking, and that's my focus is all my superfoods. And you know what? I actually felt a calling to come to your call. And even though I'm in a group of people that are amazing, and we have these coaching calls all day on Zoom, your call has brought breakthroughs in me and energy that I can't even put into words. It's I'm not going to compare the communities, but just the work that you're doing is beyond it's just beyond. My life has completely changed since I attended your Cali call and has shifted every single time. And I actually went outside in the night last night, like you said, to with the dog. And I just want to thank you so much, Kelly. I can't even thank you enough. That was bang on.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jack. Well, you just get out of your cave and start doing your stuff and share your green drink with the world, okay?
Thank you, Kelly.
All right. Much love, darling. Okay, so Ra. Can you hear me, Ra? It's your turn. There we go. Oh, no, you had your turn. No, it's Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hello. Hi, everyone. And thank you so
Hi.
much, Kelly, for doing this.
Sure.
I'd love to ask the cards, actually similar to Jack's question. I'm trying to come out of the cave. I've been a student for so long, trying to gather all the information and process it and then go out and service. And I'd love to ask the cards what message they would have me take and what I need to know about being active and going forward in service from a heart-centered place.
You got the Divine Masculine card.
Oh.
And Star Origin and Leadership.
Ah.
So the Divine Masculine is taking the feminine creative energies and ideas and beginning to implement them into action. It's the male energy that moves things forward and grounds things into reality. And the Star Origin key code is often for those who come from other star systems and sometimes feel alone when they are here on Earth, as if they don't necessarily belong or connect with everybody else, and they're almost longing to connect with something or feel something. And so your starseed brothers and sisters are here saying it's time for you to implement and to put forward what you need to do now, and that you need the energy of leadership to do that. Within the leadership card is the vibration and energy also of Adama. Are you familiar with his energy at Telos?
Yeah.
And he's also holding within that crystal children, something about children. Does that make any sense?
I've recently been having a hard time coming to terms with that I'm not going to have children.
Okay, so there's something that they're trying to show you there around that it's almost like there are children with you but they're going to show up in a different way. They may not come through your body, but they're with you or part of what you'll do or help or in the way that you'll lead. And he's wanting you to know that everything is okay and that he's here with you and he has your back. And it's about you now moving forward as a master and feeling that you're capable. There's this sense sometimes that you don't feel capable of things, and so you procrastinate and put it aside. And this is the year to start to pull out of that and to start to put into action, and that you have support from the other realms helping you with that. And that this lonely feeling that you have sometimes, they want you to know that they're with you and you can talk to them at night and work with them and that they will guide you. And let's just pull one last card. Creation. So it's birthing it. You have to birth it now. It's time.
That's what I've been thinking. Yeah.
It's like, don't wait on the sidelines any longer. Just take steps forward. Like it's like been in gestation enough and it's ready for it to come out. And so you need to lead and take action and move forward. And kind of similar to what was showing up for Jack, don't isolate too much. Like, you're not alone, even though you might feel that way. And part of that feeling of being alone sometimes is because you haven't been on Earth that many times. You've always been in the stars. And so being here sometimes feels like almost weird to you.
Yes.
But that you agreed to come and to do some of these things. And since you're here and you're doing it, it's time to really just do it now. It's kind of almost like okay. Yeah.
Should I be focusing on other people like that, who I should be working with?
Do you want to ask that, who you should be working with?
Yeah, or what message I should be carrying forward, who I could be speaking to, or what to say specifically.
Okay, why don't you give me
maybe around being lonely.
Oh, okay.
I've been wondering if I should be focusing on working with star seeds. That's been on my mind.
Yes, you should.
Okay.
Wait, something fell out. Hold on.
And I was wondering about how I could do that with people that might not know their star seeds yet.
It's showing the card of the Maltese cross, which is what?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling so connected, particularly with Saint Germain and Lady Portia. Lady Portia's I've really felt present with me.
Okay, so that
lately.
card fell out on the floor while we were talking.
Oh.
So I would connect with them and their energy as they want you to merge to, like, in a marriage, not a physical marriage, but a union with their energy, to bring forth this work. It's almost like, yes, you should be working with others, but almost those that are in the other realm right now, like really closer with them. Like really tune in and work directly with them and asking them for support. And if you can align what you want to do with your work with the star seeds, even if they don't know they're star seeds, more people than you realize will resonate with that. Like, gear it to them. And there's so many people waking up to remembering that they're star seeds that you'll find them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a coming home.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Those cards make so much sense, and I felt like creation or create was my word for the year. So That's
Well,
great. That one came out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Thank-
huge one. And the portal for that's 12323 if you want to do it with us.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
All right,
Thank
sweetie.
you.
All right. Leslie, hi, honey. Are you next? I gotta,
Yeah, I'm here.
okay, great. Hold on. Let me, Leslie, hold on. Let me just pin some people and put you on so I can see you better. There you are. Hi.
Oh. I need to pick between one of two options in terms of Western medicine for this basal cell carcinoma that I've had going on my face. So one would involve a knife. A few days ago, I met with the ocular surgeon. So after the Mohs surgery, there would be restorative surgery to my face. So potentially taking skin from my forehead and moving it down. It's scary. I mean, I'm above that, but initially, it's scary. And then there's this other option, which would involve radiation. So it's not really well known, but there's someone here in Oregon that's doing called SRT, superficial radiology treatment. And it's been around, I guess, about 10 years, and insurance pays for it. There'd be no cutting, but there's this damage to the DNA to make it stop proliferating. So I'm wondering if the cards can have some images for us, like one with a knife would be pro-surgery, perhaps. I don't know. Or a sword.
All right, I'll just tell you what came up. It came up right away. 3 cards.
Okay.
White-tail hawk,
Yeah.
which is a Native American connected to the earth.
Mhm.
Ground your energies into personal planetary earth, cautioning us to tread lightly upon the mother. Discernment with Lord Lantos activates the vibration of self-trust and inner wisdom within the temple of illumination. And do you see the card, what it looks like? So that's Lord Lantos discerning something, which is what's going on.
Right.
And the DNA card
Mhm.
for healing.
Okay.
So I would normally interpret the white-tailed hawk as something more natural to be doing. Right? Because it's about the earth. And yet you're saying the radiation is covered by insurance.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking Western medicine here, right? So,
Yeah.
um,
Okay. Well, let's pull again. The healing card with Raphael.
I've been, I've been trying to bring healing to it. At some point I have to have it cut out. Tread lightly on the mother. Which would tread more lightly on me, a knife or X-rays?
That is a good point. So, which would tread more lightly on you? Discern what that would be.
Mhm.
Healing the DNA and the healing card. I mean, they're all the perfect cards for this. So that's the question. Discerning yourself as you are an ascended master.
Mhm.
Close your eyes right now.
Mhm.
Really deeply drop into your heart. And bring awareness to your face. And that you have the most beautiful face and the most beautiful skin. And that you are healthy and vibrant. And it's just something that we need to do now to just bring it fully into balance and healing. And what is it that will make you feel the most comfortable in this moment to feel completely at ease in your decision.
I guess more information, because I just don't know what kind of damage radiology is going to do to it. Yeah, I think that tread lightly on the mother is probably tread lightly on this mother.
I think exactly right.
And I think that, obviously radiology is not going to be making a scar all over my face, right? That's not treading lightly. It's pretty aggressive. But it also is more thought to be more definitive. And I can live through either one. But, okay. Yeah, for me, I was thinking if you drew a card with a knife, that would be surgery. And perhaps if you drew the DNA card, that might indicate, what an X-ray does. It changes the DNA of the cancer. It disrupts it. But it also, kills all the DNA, right? So, it's destructive as well.
Temporarily. It's
Okay.
destructive temporarily.
Okay.
It can replenish and heal itself.
Okay.
And that is the card that we did draw.
Yeah.
The final card that we drew was healing, meaning it does completely heal, that you're fine, that you're well, that you're healthy, that you're whole, that it heals. Now you'll have to go through a process, but the end result is healing. That was the card. And it's interesting that, all the cards that could have come up, you got discernment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, which is really why I'm asking a question. I'm looking for discernment.
Yeah, you're asking for it, but they are turning it back on you.
Yeah, but I am exploring that. I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah, I'm trying to listen more.
Okay.
So
We'll
my
pull
intuition, angels, guides, anything, because I am looking for direction on this. So.
Well, we got the gratitude card.
Funny. Yeah.
Gratitude that you have these two options. Gratitude that this is solvable. Gratitude that you will be healed. Gratitude that everything will be okay. Gratitude that they're offering up to you possibilities, and whichever possibility you choose, the outcome will be a glowingness within your being, that you are okay, no matter what you decide.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, wait.
We'll stay connected on this.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks, honey. Julie, hi.
Hi. It's weird because you're not on my screen and I can't talk to you without looking at you.
Oh, you can't.
There you are. You're like pages over.
Okay, hold on. Let me pin you so I can see you and unpin somebody else.
Now I got you. No, I found you. So I have very recently had something brought into my awareness that must have to do with that has to do with a past life.
Mm-hmm.
But it keeps sort of coming through to the point where like I'm literally having visions, which must have been from said past life, So I guess my question is, I don't know what that is.
It's Atlantis.
Which is
could have been a past life.
Could have been a past life. You're right.
The Merkaba, which is traveling to other dimensions, and I'm going to pull one more while we're talking. Yeah.
So yeah, like I want to know why like this is coming through. It's coming through very strongly. That and the number 6, like I was the 6th person in line, and today is a 6th day, and that number too. So
okay, well, you got the Akashic Records, which is basically past lives. The Merkaba, which is traveling into other dimensions, and Atlantis. So Atlantis, so that's showing you that you lived during the time of Atlantis. And during that time, often, how we know is that the civilization had this capacity to heal, to talk telepathically, to communicate in different ways, to work with the Crystal Kingdom, the dolphins. They were very evolved civilization. And but their ego and their hunger for power overtook them, and they fell. And so it's very possible that you lived during that time, and that something that happened during that time is showing up and asking you to revisit it. So do you want to share what the vision is, or what keeps showing up?
So it's interesting because it almost really kind of ties into things in my life that have played out now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's saying that I was that I used to be a high priestess. And that I was very good at that. I was it was a leader, and that I helped my kingdom almost. I mean, I was some type of, it was like a ruler, and I was very respected, even though I wasn't part of the group, or part of people, but people actually admired me, But I didn't have this close-knit group. And it's interesting because that's kind of a lot of how my life has played out. My work has played out, certain things. So I can see how these things tie together, but I'm just not sure why, what any of these things have to do with each other as far as where I am in this moment.
Okay, well, let me look at the card. The card has the Maltese cross in it, and it's two people coming together with a woman as below them as the major energy. And it says, entering Atlantis temples, where we are given another chance to choose love and unity over power and possession.
That's fascinating.
So it's like a revisiting of a lifetime that you get a do-over. And what is the parallel things that are showing up now that maybe you want to, in a way, do over?
Well, and what's fascinating about that is that one of the things that's been bothering me lately is that because I'm a real estate agent, but the work that I've done has been about revitalizing inner city neighborhoods, right? But I never get any recognition. But yet you do these things from a space of love, you serve from a space of love,
Right.
So I guess that is that love versus power sort of thing, because if the recognition was there, that's almost like looking to be in a position of power, people, sort of giving you props.
Right. So the past life, so the Akashic records is in the Akashic Library of Light. Toss asks us that we recognize and release any old karmic patterns that are no longer serving us from a past life. I mean, that's the card you got. I mean, I don't really know what more you want than that. And that it was about that there's this pattern that you're carrying through, and it's probably about, we'll ask one more card what it's about. But the Merkaba is also, it's about using this vehicle to travel into other worlds and dimensions, to attune to the Akashic records and to realize what was in there that can support you now. And so I guess your questioning is well, what? But the Merkaba is also about travel. It can be traveling into other dimensions, but it can also be to travel here on some level. So the card that came up was personal power. Which is, all right, something fell. So let's go with that. Hold on.
Well, it's funny about the travel thing too, because I had to have my roof replaced, right? And what ended up happening was that I had to pay for it with a credit card. And right when it happened, my credit card upped itself from a Capital One regular card to a Capital One Venture. So then my whole roof ended up being travel miles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was a whole new thing. And I was like, I didn't even feel bad about it because I was like, somehow it's giving me points. Now I got points to travel, because I didn't have the money to travel.
Right. And the card that fell on the floor is freedom.
Yeah.
So Lady Liberty gives us the key to freedom from the enslavement of collective programming and outdated states of consciousness, which is similar to the Atlantis energy. It's breaking free from old patterns, old ways of being that are bleeding through from another life. For you to step into your power, but that's your true power, not the power of the external that's recognized by another to be seen for what you've done, but an internal power that drives you forward from a place that where there you find real freedom inside yourself to feel expanded and open and alive. Yeah, and self-love.
Got it.
Okay, but I mean, the fact that you got Atlantis, which is about, I mean, I almost named this card the High Priestess card.
And that's so funny because High Priestess is what it keeps telling me. You were a High Priestess. You were a High Priestess. So.
And then you got the Akashic Records, which is past lives.
Yep.
And Merkaba, which is traveling between dimensions or traveling in some form or another, to allow yourself to be free of this old conditioning, meaning certain beliefs and patterns and ways of thinking that in this lifetime are carried through from others. And it's time now for you to embody the High Priestess part of yourself, which is the High Priestess is in their power, but like in Atlantis, it's to be sure that the power is coming from true power, inner wisdom, self-love, a sense of inner strength, not from power that comes from hierarchy or domination or recognition or look at me or I did this or accomplishment or shiny things.
Got it. So it's like a rebalancing. It's making sure it's like a rebalancing and making sure you're staying focused,
Yeah.
Not on the accolades, not on the external accolades, but keep going from a good space, from an internal space.
From an internal space, as a High Priestess would. And asking yourself, how would a High Priestess handle this situation who is aligned with their true inner power?
Got it. Excellent.
Right. Sweet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I don't know where we are on time. Marielle, hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Let me just
for
remove.
picking me.
Of course.
We're nearby. I'm from Montreal, so.
Oh, wonderful.
I have a question. I mean, I've been home for now 3 years. I left my job right before COVID, and I've been on a long journey. It's been now 30 years. I've Reiki Master, and I've done always a lot of energy work, but there is always something stopping me going forward and continuing with what I really want to do, help people and guide people. So, and also at the moment we live in the city, and, we're so torn in between living and going somewhere outside in nature. And so I want to know what are the barriers still that I need to release or any help.
So what is it that's getting in the way?
I think it's self-confidence, thinking of maybe being judged.
Leadership card. Okay.
Wow.
So you're afraid of being judged if you do what?
Well, if people, if they will believe me. I mean, when I took the Reiki courses 30 years ago, nobody knew anything about, people thought I was crazy, and I'm always, so I was always trying to hide talking about energies and healing and all of that. And it's still in me that, would people take me seriously? Would people believe me?
Okay. Well, you got leadership. You got the I am presence card. You got a bunch that came out. Soul contracts.
Oh, wow.
Creation. And ladybug magic.
Wow.
So I think we should start foremost with the I am presence. Are you connected to your I am that I am?
Yes. And again, then I still go a bit, down the rabbit hole, because like, am I making it up? Is it real? And then I will go back to it. And then, it feels like I always need the reassurance in a way. Like, am I making it up? I know it's real,
So you're wondering if other people, you can do the work that you want to do to help other people with your healing, but there's always a roadblock. And part of the roadblock is because you're afraid that they're not going to believe that it's true, or they're going to make fun of you. But of course, they're not going to believe you because you don't believe it.
Yes, it's so true.
And so the vibration that you're holding is the vibration of the people that will come into your reality that are going to mirror back to you exactly whatever you're holding. So the piece here is to move into leadership and to work with the I am presence, to believe in yourself.
Yes.
To really believe it in all the cells of your own being, meaning connect to the I am that I am and invite that higher aspect of who it is that you are to be with you, because it is you, and to trust in your own inner internal wisdom and power. And until you fully believe that you have a gift to share with the world, that you really deeply know in all cells of your body that will help people, the roadblocks are going to keep coming, because when you tell the universe you don't believe, of course nobody else will believe you. Now, yes, in Montreal, probably the mindset may be overall more, in Quebec and whatever, shut down to those things. But that's all. There may be more people than you realize that are really ready and open, as you believe that you're open. And so the ladybug magic card is about starting to tune into the magic, the synchronicities of life, to build belief that there is something more than what meets the eye, that there is magic out in the world, and that there's other dimensions and realities and beings and energy and things that help us to heal and to grow, by giving ourselves the opportunity for them, inviting them to come in and starting to see the synchronicities and magic. So the ladybug says the miraculous ladybug unites us with the beloved ones who have passed over and are infinite beings through synchronicities. So is there anyone in your life that's passed over that you could talk to?
Well, yeah, my mom passed away when I was 7. So it's been really, tough.
Really?
But I had a QHHT session and she came along and she said that she's always around me, no matter what, and it came out that she literally came to this life just to birth me, and she left.
So the other card you got was creation, but it's also about the womb and the birthing of new things. So bringing you to life. So you're here, and she came and brought you here, and you're a miracle, and you have these gifts to share, but you have to believe in yourself. So I would invite her to come and to be with you and to guide you on your journey, and start to communicate with others that are with your mom who has passed, and go through, like, you can go into meditation, you can open up a doorway and you can enter into the realm where those have passed and they can work with you. The other card that you got was the Council of Light, which is the beings on the other side who,
Oh my God.
Oh.
Because it came that she's on a council, on a high council, and that now this card comes Council of Light.
yeah,
That's what I was saying in my QHT session. It said that that's what she serves the council. She's part of the Council of Light.
okay, so it's
Wow.
the Council of Light is to show you that there is magic and that you have to believe in the magic. Connect with your I am presence, become a leader, and birth something that you want to bring into
Wow.
reality. Okay?
That's incredible. That's incredible. And what about, like, do we leave Montreal or we still stay here?
Put your hand on your heart. Do you stay in Montreal or do you go somewhere new?
Go somewhere new.
Okay, I want you to
It's time.
trust in that and take leadership to do what you need to do from your own internal knowing.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Very appreciating. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. Okay. Let me see where we are here. Hold on. Okay, gosh. It's 7:06. I know everybody. Oh, everybody wants to do one. Well, obviously I can't do everybody. So this is what we'll do. I'm going to take one more, and then I want anybody who's had a reading to remember when we do this next time that you're out of the line, okay? And so other people have a turn, and you'll just queue up again. So, but this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and it gives you some idea about what we're working on in some of the codes. Okay, Mandy, Soul Star.
Hi,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Thank you for choosing me. I'm very excited. Okay, so I have a small business that is of service. So teaching how to read energy and healings and all that sort of stuff. But I work in corporate as well. In my small business, I do have a business partner with, but we're just curious. Like, I keep getting the message to trust and to, like, I know that I'm going to leave corporate at some point, but I'd really like some validation to know when things are going to grow to that point where that can support two people's income. And if there's anything that we're like blocking from allowing all the light workers to come into our space.
Okay, let me start again here. Tune in. Okay, I have no idea what any of this means, but we'll go with it. So we have the lens of love.
Okay.
In this photo, in this picture, there's a scale.
Mm-hmm.
It's balancing. And it shows a lot of people on one end, and then one kind of on the other side, sort of holding everything else up. And there's this feeling like you kind of have to hold it up. Does that make any sense?
I think so, yeah.
And then you got the heart flame, which is usually about softening the heart. The galactic white horse bringing our connection to the other worlds and abilities that we may understand death and dying.
Okay.
And the white-tailed hawk. None of these. I think that what it is that we need to ask a direct question because it felt like it was a lot of things at once. So let's try it one more time.
Okay. So I guess the question would be, what can we do to invite the students in that we're calling in?
Lens of love keeps coming up. Okay, so the violet flame. So you need to transmute the energy of the space and clear something. There's something in the way that inviting the violet flame in to transmute, to open up something within the union or partnership that needs to be cleared in that relationship. It's like a marriage with someone, but it's not a marriage like a normal, like a business marriage. And things have to become more equal. There's something out of balance, like the scales. The lens of love came up again with the scales.
Okay.
And Saint Germain is interestingly in the violet flame card, of course, which is also has him sitting in the accelerator chair. So they don't want to accelerate your business too fast until the partnership comes into balance through a willingness to open up to the lens of love, so that there's more equality in the marriage of the union of the work you're doing, and to transmute and clear that. And in clearing that, then Saint Germain will turn up the accelerator chair, meaning he'll turn up the vibratory frequency so that it can expand, it can grow, it can flourish, it can come into abundance. But there's these things that have to be taken care of first.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, so it's Saint Germain is in every single one of these cards, which I think there's only 3 cards with him. So I would tune into his energy, invite him to come in and to transmute, and not only to balance the partnership and to look at it through the lens of love and healing, but also then, like, if there's any physical clearing or using of that you have to do, or ceremony that may even need to be done to like sanctify it and make it sacred and make it real and make it like do a ceremony where like, okay, where your intent is really strong and we're together and we're doing this and this is what we're doing, and like, because it's not tight enough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Well, this was a lot of fun. The name of the deck is going to be the Master Ascension Light Code Oracle cards. They'll probably be ready in the spring, early spring, as my guess. And I'm not going to commit to this every Monday because that's a lot, but I will just send out an email spontaneously and keep doing these because they're fun. And remember, if you guys want to do the codes, they're really intense and powerful. We do really powerful work. It's life-changing. And I invite you to be with us. So that's the next one's the creation one. All right. Love, 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 everybody. Mwah. Have a beautiful night. And I'll see you everybody soon. All right. Take care. Now let me unmute to say goodbye. There we go. Oh, Alyssa, I saw you. If you want to stay on, I promise your mother I do a short thing for you. And stay on if you can hear me. Alyssa, are you there? Let me see if I can find you. You can, Alyssa, you can unmute yourself if you want me to do a quick reading for you. Can you hear me? Maybe you hung up. No, it won't let you. Okay, hold on, honey. There we go. All right. You should be able to do it now.
There it goes. I'm gonna walk away really quick. Hold on. All right. So I actually did have I wanted to kind of copy what someone else did on asking about past lives being brought up, because mine has as well. So I don't know if that has anything. I don't know if there's anything I can learn from that.
Well, that we could do if you're over at my house sometime.
Okay, all right.
We can tune in. But do you have because that's a whole thing to tap into your past life. But if you have something, tell me if you have a question kind of right now.
Actually, yeah. Maybe something career oriented. I'm trying to figure out what career would be best, but I'm not finding one. So anything just career oriented.
Well, you got the abundance card.
Oh,
that's a good thing. All right, let's see. And you got ladybug magic.
That's funny.
Why is that?
I keep seeing ladybugs, and it's winter.
And you got the creation code, which means something, you're going to burst something. So something good is happening. Well, if you had your absolute dream job, you could do anything you wanted to do, what would it be?
Probably some type of therapist. Or if it was a dream job, it would be anything like energy oriented, like doing energy code therapy.
Energy code therapy. What does that look like?
They can like find stuck emotions in the body and then release them.
And how would you go about learning how to do that?
That's where I'm kind of stuck. I should probably ask my energy code lady.
I think you should. How she did it, what she learned. Soul contracts. And leadership.
Oh, that's funny.
So you need to go to school.
Okay.
You need to educate yourself on whatever it is that you love to do and study it and learn it, and you're young, and then lead in it. The leadership card is also working with children.
Interesting.
And this I think that what might be coming through around past lives is you really coming in this time as a healer and allowing all of the gifts that you have and the talents and that the way you view and see the world that may be different from others around you to fully embody that and to go for it.
Okay, thank you. Wow.
And make it happen, and don't think small, think big, and know that you're capable and powerful, and that education will open up a lot of doors for you. And it doesn't
noise.
It doesn't. Oh, sorry. I said education will open up doors for you. And it doesn't mean that you have to, get 1,000,000 degrees, but you really have to figure out and start to put some energy toward writing down and getting clear what you want to do, what will bring you joy. And they're showing the card of healing coming up, and that you are a healer. And that you can do a lot of healing. So I would find out who it is that you've been working with that works with light codes or in some way does healing, and find out how they learned it, and go and invest and save all your money to educate yourself in that, and then make it happen.
I've been getting some signs about going to school, so thank you. I really appreciated that. I think I needed the little push.
You do. You need to go to school.
Thank
And
you.
in the meantime, if you want to, I'll talk to your mom. If I can help you with anything, you let me know. Okay?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Kelly.
All right. All right. Thanks, Alyssa.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that was fun. I had promised Alyssa's mom that I would have her on the call. So have a beautiful night, and I will talk to you soon. Okay. Love, everybody. Sweet dreams, or whatever time zone you're in. Sweet day.